once you got this child somewhat stable, that's when you loaded him into the vehicle. And
I know that as I was driving the ambulance, I did see cops behind me, but there was just no time to pull.
We're here for case number 7103, the City of Mango Park versus Ursula Roberts. Ms. Roberts, good morning. Do we have a representative from the city here? Do we have a representative from the City of Mango Park? Okay. It shows here that the city fined you $1,500 for reckless driving, speeding, and they issued a review for the state to have your license suspended?
Correct, Your Honor.
What did you do?
It was a code 3 and a child's life was in danger. I was in the...
I'm sorry, what do you do for a living, ma'am?
I'm a paramedic and a first responder.
Okay. So you're a paramedic and you're running a code 3 to where now?
To Mango Park General Hospital, Your Honor.
Okay, and why were you headed to Mango Park General Hospital running a code 3? What was going on?
I got a call when I was in the hospital that a child was going through respiratory distress.
All right. So the child is inside of the vehicle, correct? I'm just curious. You work for the city or do you work for a private company?
I work for a private company.
Okay. So you're a paramedic with a private company. You end up at a location to take this child were you headed to Mango Park General?
Correct.
So you're headed to Mango Park General because this child is in respiratory arrest. Let me ask you a question. I'm just curious, when you got to the scene, did you guys perform any medical prep for this child when you were at the scene?
We did.
Okay.
We did, Your Honor.
Okay, and once you got this child somewhat stable, that's when you loaded him into the vehicle. And I'm curious, how old was this child?
The child's 9 years old.
This child, 9 years old. Okay. Were the parents in the...
The parents came with us in the ambulance.
Okay.
We had to take them in with us.
Mm-hmm.
I know that as I was driving the ambulance, I did see cops behind me, but there was just no time to pull over because I knew if I pulled over, it could cost this child his life.
So the police gave you a... Okay. So you were running lights and sirens. You had a patient who's having a medical emergency. You're en route to I'm assuming the ER at Mango Park General. And somewhere during this transport, there is a police car also with lights, and they're trying to pull you over. Am I getting that correctly?
Yes, you are.
Or am I missing something?
I was going about 10 miles over the speed limit, and
you're running with lights and sirens. You're acting in the performance of your duty.
Correct.
To transport a child who is in respiratory arrest. And what happened?
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand this case. I mean, I don't understand the fine at all. I was doing my job.
When you got to Mango General? Just give me what happened.
We took the child into emergency surgery, and
the
cops came over, and
so after you dropped this child off, the officer came to you. What did he say, or what did she say? Was it a he or a she?
It was a she.
Okay. Did you happen to catch a name? Do you remember her name?
She fined me. Her name was Stacy. Stacy Coleman.
Stacy?
Officer, yeah.
Hold on. Stacy Coleman. Okay. Yeah. Please continue.
So she attempted to arrest me, and she...
Arrest you for what?
Reckless driving.
I'm sorry. As I'm getting older, it's harder for me to hear things, but it sounds like to me, like you just said, that while you were in the performance of your duties, running with lights and sirens to take a child who is in respiratory arrest to the hospital for emergency care, the officer, after you dropped this child off, Miss Officer Stacy Coleman, decided to, let's see here. Okay, you said that she wanted to arrest you. You got a citation for speeding.
Yes.
And she wanted to arrest you for reckless driving?
Correct.
Am I?
You're hearing that correctly.
Okay. Continue with this confrontation. What happened when Officer Coleman, the conversation that you guys had?
I was trying to explain to her the protocol and how I had to, as part of my job, this is what I had to do. And
the case flips fast.
It was very hard for her.
A paramedic says a child was in respiratory arrest. Emergency duties can matter legally, but does that excuse every traffic violation?
For a long time, and that's why I'm here in court, to explain that.
Okay.
I was just doing my job in saving this child's life.
Is Officer Stacy Coleman an officer with the Mango Park Police Department?
She is.
Here's a funny thing. I know a few things about the Mango Park Police Department. I am going to find out who Officer Coleman's supervisor is. And I am going to drag her into court via subpoena. And she's going to stand in this courtroom and explain to me why she felt the need to pull over or attempt to pull over an ambulance that was running with lights and sirens. I'm assuming at some point in time, Officer Coleman saw you taking the patient out of the vehicle.
She did.
I'm assuming at some point in time, Officer Coleman saw you transport the patient into the hospital, via the ER.
Correct.
I'm assuming at some point in time, Officer Coleman saw the doctors take the patient from your custody and rush this person into wherever they...
Judge Porter turns up the heat, questioning why police pursued the ambulance. If the emergency was obvious, was this enforcement really justified under the law?
Inconvenience for us, because my job was to make sure the child is okay. And this cop coming and, attempting to arrest me and writing me this ticket, it was kind of interfering with my job.
Okay. I am going to dismiss the speeding ticket.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I am going to dismiss the reckless driving ticket. I am going to send notice to the state about this review to have your license suspended.
The judge dismisses both tickets while still notifying the state about a license review. Viewers may ask, was that fairness or a warning with consequences?
Doing her review to have your license suspended, that you were in the performance of your duty as a paramedic transporting a patient to the ER of a hospital. And then after that, I am going to send a subpoena out. And I'm going to have Officer Coleman stand herself in this courtroom and explain to me, like a 6-year-old, why she felt the need to do what she did. But as far as you're concerned, all this stuff is being thrown out. So you keep doing what you're doing for this community. I applaud you for what you're doing, and I'm pretty sure the parents are grateful for the expeditious manner to which you did your duty.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All righty.
Thank you.
You have a good day, ma'am. Your case is...
Today on Judge Porter, one emergency call sparks a courtroom showdown over speeding, reckless driving, and police discretion. Would you have ruled the same way?
And I'm happy that he saw